I think about that.
Close those doors when you're done. It's going live? Sure.
Yes.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Elizabeth. Close both doors for me, please. It is time for a Wednesday afternoon session of Reading with Mr. Carty. All right. Thank you again, Elizabeth. It looks like I'm facing the wrong way on Instagram because I got my production team at it again. Today's story is going to be Miss Nelson is Missing. And again, we're reading this because I think it just aligns nicely with Teacher Appreciation Week. We're going to find out how much these students appreciate their teacher. The kids in room 207. Oh, I'm sorry. Stop. This is Miss Nelson is Missing by Harry Allard. I apologize. Oh, wait, or James Marshall. By both Harry Allard and James Marshall. I like that. Sorry, Harry and James. All right, take two. The kids in room 207 were misbehaving again. Spitballs stuck to the ceiling, paper planes whizzed through the air. They were the worst behaved class in the whole school. Oh my goodness. No good there. That classroom is crazy. We certainly not to that one. Now settle down, said Miss Nelson in a sweet voice. Excuse me, that wasn't a sweet voice. Now settle down, said Miss Nelson in a sweet voice. But the class would not settle down. They whispered and giggled. They squirmed and made faces. So you can see here in the pictures, they're not really listening to Miss Nelson here. They're throwing paper airplanes. They're whispering and giggling and making faces. No good. Get that glare off there, sorry. Oh no, this one hurts me right now. They were even rude during story hour. I gotta say, I just read with class 411. I was in their story hour. They were fantastic. Nobody was rude. They did a great job. Very proud of everyone in 411. And they always refused to do their lessons. Something will have to be done, said Miss Nelson. Look at this one. She's actually standing on her head during story hour. That is not nice. Oh, this isn't good either. This young man's making a silly picture of his teacher instead of doing his work, doing his lessons. No good. So Miss Nelson realizes she's got to do something. The next morning, Miss Nelson did not come to school. Wow, yelled the kids. Now we can really act up. They began to make more spitballs and paper planes. Today, let's just be terrible, they said. Not so fast, hissed an unpleasant voice. Oh boy, they're even going to act more poorly with Miss Nelson gone. But then something happens. I know this wouldn't happen with 49 students, that's for sure. Yeah. A woman in an ugly black dress stood before them. I am your new teacher, Miss Viola Swamp. As she rapped the desk with her ruler. Where is Miss Nelson? Asked the kids. Never mind that, snapped Miss Swamp. Open those arithmetic books. Miss Nelson's kids did as they were told. Ooh, Miss Viola Swamp. Deep down, she's probably a nice lady, but looks like she's a tough teacher. They could see that Miss Swamp was a real witch. She meant business. Right away, she put them to work, and she loaded them down with homework. Oh, my goodness. She's got their attention now, huh? Look at all these math problems. I'm like, I could do all those. And look at all the homework they got to take home. Nelson's looking. We'll have no story hour today, said Miss Swamp. Keep your mouth shut, said Miss Swamp. Sit perfectly still, said Miss Swamp. And if you misbehave, you'll be sorry, said Miss Swamp. The kids in room 207 had never worked so hard. Days went by, and there was no sign of Miss Nelson. The kids missed Nelson. You can see here, Miss Swamp stands up there giving her directives, not smiling. There she is again, pointing at them, making sure they all behave. They're behaving, but it doesn't look like they're having any fun. And they look so you can see their faces. Those are not the faces of happy students. So we want happy students, but we also want them to behave. I wonder if we could find something in the middle between Miss Swamp and Miss Nelson. Maybe we should try to find her, they said. Some of them went to the police. Detective McSmog was assigned to the case. He listened to their story. He scratched his chin. I think Miss Nelson is missing. Detective McSmog would not be much help. He certainly looks the part, but I think the kids already knew she was missing. Other kids went to Miss Nelson's house. The shades were tightly drawn, and no one answered the door. In fact, the only person they did see was the wicked Miss Viola Swamp coming up the street. If she sees us, she'll give us more homework. They got away just in time. This is interesting. What a coincidence. Why would Miss Viola Swamp be going to Miss Nelson's house? Now I'm worried. They said she was a real witch. I hope nothing happened to Miss Nelson. Let's find out. Uh-oh, they're thinking the same thing. Maybe something terrible happened to Miss Nelson. Maybe she was gobbled up by a shark, said one of the kids. It didn't seem likely. Here's what it would look like, though. There's Miss Nelson getting eaten by a shark. It says on here, sharks, very unpleasant. They can be, I guess, if they're eating you. But she probably wasn't swimming with any sharks. So let's see what else, what other ideas they have. Maybe Miss Nelson went to Mars, said another kid. That didn't seem likely either. Yeah, I don't know that Miss Nelson has a spaceship. I don't know that she could be walking on Mars with just an umbrella. Temperature might be tough, so probably not. I know, exclaimed one know-it-all. Maybe Miss Nelson's car was carried off by a swarm of angry butterflies. But that was the least likely of all. Yeah, I think probably if I had to rate them 1, 2, and 3, this one, the swarm of butterflies, probably not going to carry a car off. The kids in room 207 became very discouraged. It seemed that Miss Nelson was never coming back, and they would be stuck with Miss Viola Swamp forever. They heard footsteps in the hall. Here comes the witch, they whispered. Hello, children, someone said in a sweet voice. My goodness, look as they're waiting. Look at their work. They just kept having to write sentences over and over again about the capitals of the world. Doesn't look very exciting. They look so nervous, but that's interesting. Miss Viola Swamp has a nice voice now. It was Miss Nelson. Did you miss me? She asked. We certainly did, cried all the kids. Where were you? That's my little secret, said Miss Nelson. How about story hour? Oh, yes, cried the kids. Miss Nelson noticed that during story hour, no one was rude or silly. What brought about this lovely change? She asked. That's our little secret, said the kids. See how nicely behaved they are, all smiling and respectful, just like 49 students. Back home, Miss Nelson took off her coat and hung it in the closet, right next to an ugly black dress. When it was time for bed, she sang a little song. I'll never tell, she said to herself with a smile. I think I recognize that black dress there. Looks like the one Miss Viola Swamp might have been wearing. Very good strategy there, Miss Nelson. P.S. Detective McSmog is working on a new case. He is now looking for Miss Viola Swamp. The end. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed Miss Nelson is Missing. And I do know that none of you would wish any of your teachers to be away, but I also know that you behave very well for them. But what I like here is this story is that the children in the end realize what a great teacher they had in Miss Nelson. And that's something I know each and every one of you realize every day. So during this Teacher Appreciation Week, let's please make sure that we continue to let our teachers know how much we appreciate them. That's both the teachers in 49 and all those throughout the city and New York and everywhere. So those of you whose parents are teachers, please tell them thanks and give them a big hug. And those of you who are at 49, please continue to let your teachers know how much you appreciate them, because like I said, it means a lot to them. All right, I think that'll do it for today's reading with Mr. Carty. We will see you again on Friday. Friday will be our next installment, and that will be another Miss Nelson book. I think it's Miss Nelson Has a Field Day. I don't have it in front of me, though. I'm sorry. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this story, and have a great day.